This recording will show you how to set up and send a newsletter to your classroom families. We want to go to the Administration dashboard. For newsletters, we'll find them under Communications. Under Communications, you want to go to Communication Lists because you'll need to set up a list for the first time that you send a newsletter to your families. Let's add a new list. You can call it whatever you feel is appropriate. And it's helpful to put this school year so that people will know in future years what this list is. For list status, we want it to be active so that we can access it when we actually send our newsletter. Then we want to go to Default From Name. This is the name that will be in the email that will show people who it's from. The default from email will be the email that people can reply to or that it comes from. Subscription method refers to people being able to subscribe to your newsletters. For most of these newsletters, you'll already have the name, so you can just say private list. Now to get the actual families added, use the Add Conditions +sign. We want to search for student fields and find student teacher. Student teacher equals and find your classroom and select the box. For this drop-down, we want to keep it at Yes Auto Unsubscribe. We want parents to have the option to not receive newsletters if they wish to do so. Under Who to Add, the default is automatically add parent email addresses only, which is the one you want to use. And yes, apply them now to create the list. Now we want to go back to Lists and create our newsletter. So click on the Newsletter tab. Stay under Draft Newsletters to begin. We can reuse somebody else's newsletter, but let's add a new one. You can create what kind of template you want to use. The first basic email template will be just your typical email, and you can write it as you would an email. There are others available that let you be a little more creative and make it look like an actual newsletter. But I'm just going to select the email template for this demonstration. You'll see here that your list is now available for you to select. So first you'll do all of your send settings. You want to send to your classroom families, so select that list. From is going to be whoever you want it to be from, and just like you put in there earlier, put in the reply to address. Put the subject, and now we want to schedule it to send. So let's say that I don't really want this to go out to the weekend, and I don't want it to send until 9 a.m. Then make sure to save your settings. Now we can go into the text box and add whatever we wish. Once you have your email completed, click on Save and Continue. The newsletter is saved. If you're happy with how it is, go ahead and we'll save and exit so we can actually make sure it sends. On this screen, you'll see all of the newsletters that are in draft status. See, it's draft. What we want to do is make sure that that schedule sets that you put in earlier and it actually sends. So here's my newsletter, and I'm going to click Release Newsletter. And this is a reminder, this is when I want it to send. Yes, Release Newsletter. Now let's say that you made a mistake and you need to go back to it. You can click on Scheduled Newsletters, and you'll see your newsletters there to be scheduled. You can unschedule it, and you'll see it's back in draft status. You can make any changes there that are necessary. If later you want to see your sent newsletters, you can click on Sent Newsletters, or you can look at archived ones from the past. And that's it. Have fun with your newsletters.